Jim.
What's up?
What up, dude? Did you get the last podcast uploaded yet?
No, but I actually just listened to it in my truck to kind of think about how I'm going to edit it.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, actually. It was really good.
Because we did it November 1st. It's now December 6th.
I know.
So
busy man.
There's a delay on the uploading.
Yeah, it'll definitely get quicker. And then
I think this winter, though, it's going to get faster.
Yeah, and then as soon as I get back into it, it's like relearning it all over again. So
yeah,
I got to learn those little tricks to get back into it.
Yeah. Let me give Bob my lunch order.
We get the same thing every time.
Yeah. I mean, at Chipotle, dude, no matter what you put in that burrito, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to turn it down. Cool, man. I think you got a big weekend coming up, dude. Let's talk about the Beast of the East Ultra Marathon.
Yeah, dude. Saturday.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it, what you got, how you've been preparing for it, what it is, where it's at.
Yeah, so.
How you're going to die.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm scared of. So, 100-mile race in the mountains in North Carolina. We don't have the altitude, but we have the elevation there. We got about 22,000 feet of elevation gain, which is a shit ton for East Coast race. But yeah, it's going to be 100 miles. I think it's a 30-hour cutoff. So
it's a 30-hour cutoff to run 100 miles.
Yeah, but within that time, there's cutoffs in there. So, I don't know. I got to read. Dude, I haven't even read up on some of the shit that I probably should know right now.
You probably got to keep a certain pace throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, well, there's just be so after 24 hours, there'll start to be cutoffs that last loop, that last 26 miles, they'll start to be cutoffs. If you don't get there in time, it's you're not going to make it.
Right.
That's kind of the main concern there.
What do you need to average per mile?
I think it's a 14 or a 15-minute pace.
What are you going to shoot for?
It's hard to tell, man, because if you're sitting there looking at your Garmin the whole time, there might be sections where you hit an 8-minute pace, which is good on a trail. And then there's sections where, I showed you the video yesterday, it's legitimately straight up hiking.
Right. Yeah, you're doing a lot of walking.
Through boulders, like hands and knees crawling over them. Obviously that's going to significantly impact it. I would say that my goal here is 16-minute miles, 15 to 16. And that's including the 10-minute rest periods that I'm going to take within aid stations. Because theirs is set up pretty cool where there's an aid station, I think it's every 8 miles.
Okay.
You can stop at one.
So I guess what kind of brought you to the point where you want to sign up for an ultra?
Dude, it's
funny. You're not a runner, bro. I haven't seen you do you're not into the marathons and getting your time better on marathons and all that shit. So
yeah, I don't care about that shit. I don't like running. It was kind of after Murph going into it. I just want to see what my absolute limit is. Mm-hmm. And I know it might sound crazy to other people, but I've been to my what I thought was my physical limit before, and I've had so much more left in the tank. I've never been to the point where I'm about to pass out and I don't know, fall out I'm trying to think. I've been pretty dehydrated. I've had rhabdo before, but I've never been I've never mentally been, I have mentally quit, but I've never physically been to the point where it's okay, your mind's not in it.
Right.
It has nothing to do with it. You physically cannot do it anymore because something's broken, etc. So I just wanted to kind of see where my limit is. And I'm a big fan of Goggins and Cam Hanes and just listening to them.
No doubt, dude. 100-mile race is a fucking feat.
Yeah.
You can just finish it.
Yeah. I think it's part of a life. I want the life resume. I want to add that to it.
Yeah, it's a resume builder for sure, bud.
Yeah, and I've never run a marathon up until 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. Thanksgiving Day, I sent you that thing. I ran a 5K.
Yeah.
Took me fucking 45 minutes. You're oh, cool, man. And you sent me yours. It was an easy marathon before 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, and that sucked because I had to hold a pace to get done in time to go cook a turkey. And it's almost if you have something, real life was waiting for me after that marathon. There was a time period that I had to finish that marathon in before, kids and shit. Right. With the ultra marathon, it's you have 30 hours to kind of just suffer. So I don't think time is going to be a factor for the first 24, maybe after that, depending on how bad off I get. Dude, I don't really know. I don't really know a whole lot about running, man. Like, I've never been into it, never wanted to do it. My whole life growing up, it's been a punishment in sports, so I always thought it was kind of lame. And same thing with, like, marathons. Like, I think marathon running is kind of lame. Like, personally, just I have no interest in it. And when I say lame, it's just, like, my interest in it is lacking. It's not there. Like, obviously, there's something super badass about holding a 6-minute mile pace for 26 miles. Like, it's incredible. You got to be a hell of an athlete to do that. For me, I've never been the most gifted person in the world when it comes to absolutely anything, athletically or physically. Right. So where I kind of find my niche, or where I'm proud of myself in, is just like, I'm just willing to fucking hurt more than you. Yeah. And I want to put that to the test.
Right. And we've talked about the training aspect of this ultra. It's like, what do they say? You can train for the first 40 or 50 miles, but then the second 50 miles, it's like there's no training for that. You just either you nut up or you don't.
Right. And I think that there is parts of that just like you can't control, because I've heard like really, really good, talented professional ultra runners say like, hey, it's a 50-50 sometimes for me, like after mile 50, like sometimes it's just not in the cards for your body that day.
Well, dude, I mean, even lifting weights, dude, sometimes you get into it and you're like, oh shit, I ain't feeling it today.
Yeah.
Like you just feel weak.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, you feel it if you ever go to do a 1-rep max on anything. There's just some days where you feel like you got it. Some days you don't feel like you have it at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot about this race that I'm just not prepared for.
I think it's going to be a learning curve for you. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many learning chances you get on the 100-mile race, but you're kind of going into this one a little blind.
Yeah, and that's we talked about it yesterday. I was like, man, I hope I get it done the first time, because I just know my personality and the type of person I am, that I'll sit there and I'll think about it every single second of the day until I run another one and finish it. So I really hope I get it done and can just be done with this thing. I don't know.
I think if you finish this one, though, don't you open the doors to other races?
I don't think so, man. I don't think I'm even remotely interested. Yeah, really? But yes, you do. You unlock some like
you kind of qualify for the next one.
You qualify for some really cool races. But I don't see myself wanting to do it. And part of it is because I've seen the body transformation that's happened from sacrificing the time for running versus doing an hour of CrossFit a day. If I was doing CrossFit weightlifting for the amount of time that I've spent running leading up to this, I would be fucking shredded. Right. I feel the worst I've ever felt physically.
That's the thing, too, bud. You're not built like a runner.
No.
Like, I know I'm definitely not built as a runner. But, like, you're a strong dude. Like, you're not like a thin, lanky guy. Like,
I'm hoping that helps.
Like, you're holding a lot of extra muscle weight.
Yeah, no.
to run fucking 100 miles.
For sure. The guys that win it mostly are pretty thin.
Yeah. They're not the guys that can do fucking 20 muscle ups.
No, exactly.
Or 200 push-ups.
Right.
They're runners, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what's cool about ultra. There's a little bit of there's definitely, you have the ultra elite guys are like probably the typical build. But, you know, you look at somebody like David Goggins, who's just an absolute fucking monster. Like, he didn't look like the typical runner when he first started. Like, now he does, because that's all he does is run. But, like, Cam Hanes, I don't think he looks like a runner.
No, he's strong.
Yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about ultra is, like, it's not necessarily, like, marathons and sprinting and track, like, just to my best knowledge, it's like there's a body type that typically is going to win that race. There's a guy who's looks like that, but when it comes to ultras, dude, like I've seen all shapes and sizes win, and typically, you know, fucking women win those things, man.
Right, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't women win a lot of marathons?
Dude,
New York and Boston and stuff?
I don't know. I know the fastest dude is not a woman, or doesn't identify as a woman. it's Kenyan dude.
That's a whole fucking argument.
Dude, yeah.
Honestly, though, man, you're probably going to have a lot of respect for these women at this race.
Oh, dude, I already have.
That are fucking running circles around you at fucking
absolutely
at hour 28.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I've worked out with a lot of like pretty well known CrossFit athletes, women, and you know, games athletes, and they've just absolutely driven my dick into the dirt on workouts, and I've never at any point like respected a gender less when it comes to like physical working out and endurance, because I've had my ass kicked by women when it comes to running or CrossFit workouts with, you know, I've seen some women do some badass shit. And then also, like, you got to think, like, a lot of them are moms. Like, giving birth is fucking terrible. You couldn't pay me $1 million to have a baby, dude. There's no way.
No, women are definitely special, buddy.
Yeah. They got that, like, motherly ability to handle pain. I feel like they all just naturally have it.
Oh, yeah, I get a fucking head cold and I'm out for like 2 or 3 days.
Well, we are
like a baby.
Well, our sicknesses are typically harder than theirs, though. We get man flu, you know. It's a fucking serious thing, dude.
It's a lot worse than what they
It is. Yeah. It definitely is.
Science.
Yeah.
So
training.
The training part of it. Yeah, talk about what you've been doing to kind of train for this race.
So training.
You stopped doing the lifting shit.
Yeah, for the last 2 weeks, really. Yeah. So training has been interesting when it comes to being a dad. So when I first said I wanted to do this back in April, I got a professional coach to write me a plan for like 2 months, and it's like you pay per the month. He gave me this plan, and then
it's a running coach.
Yeah. And you can kind of skim down the list and see how the progressions go, et cetera. I could see eventually at one point I could see like 4 months into the future, and I'm still probably like 4 months out from my race. And it was calling for like 2 hours of running a day, 3 days out of the 5-day work week. And then Saturday, Sundays are your big days, like 3-hour runs back to back. And I'm like, if you cumulatively put that together, you're looking at somewhere between close to like 15 to 20 hours when I'm already 4 months out for the race. So you can imagine like 2 months out from the race, like it's probably hours and hours and hours of running. And a good friend of mine, Adam Klink, ran Leadville again. He failed it the first time, tried it again the second time. And one of the things I took away from him was he said, these are my dad hours, you know. I'm training as a father. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice being a father to finish this fucking race. Like, it is what it is. I can be proud of my effort knowing that I gave everything that I had and that I didn't sacrifice time with my family to do it. Because at the end of the day, that's what's important to me.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think that, not finishing a 100-mile race, I don't think is really considered too bad of a failure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you always want to finish, but I think that I will not consider myself a failure if I get 60 miles in and know that if I didn't commit the time that's necessary to be at the top of the, to finish at the top level of everything, or finish in general. But my kids didn't, and my wife didn't suffer from me selfishly going and running back-to-back 6-hour days. Like, that's just not me. So I'm fine with it.
That's a hell of a training regimen.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's hard to, it's impossible most days for me to find 3 hours to devote to running. Consecutively 3 hours. Like, I mean, dude, where are you going to find it? Yeah, you could sleep less, but again, I'd be waking up at, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then when I get home, right. And then when I get home, I'm going to bed. I'm going to be tired as shit. I'm going to go to bed right away. My kids and my wife aren't going to get any of my attention. Like, to me, it's not my thing, man. I'm not into it.
It's something like the Goggins and Cam Hanes shit. Like, they don't talk, or at least I haven't heard them talk about the whole family aspect.
So I just listened to a podcast with Cam. Cam's new podcast is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he had his son on. And one of the things I took away that his son said, it was like, yeah, people give you shit all the time and say, oh, you must have been a shitty dad, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you never missed a fucking thing of mine. You're always a great dad. So I think Cam is maybe an anomaly to the whole thing that, like, I know he would run on his lunch break. He would run before. He would run after. Like, yeah. But, I mean, that's cool that his kids didn't feel that. I just know from me and my schedule, it's not possible without my kids feeling the effect of me doing that.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a big part of it, dude, just to make it worth it and to kind of make it sustainable, too, because it's not a hobby you can keep doing if it's constantly having fucking issues with your home life.
Yeah. Yeah, and the majority of the ultra runners I know that are, like, good at it or do it on a regular basis don't have kids, don't have a real job, or they're divorced. It's like one or the combination of the three. It doesn't typically work out.
They're one of those people that say they're working from home.
Yeah, dude.
That don't work from home.
Don't do shit.
Just turn the computer on at 8 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. No, but the training.
We don't do that.
No, we got to be here. I mean, you got to be here the whole time. There's kind of, even with, like, you're pretty flexible when it comes to time, as long as you're doing your job. But even then, it's like my responsibilities here. I can't be running without cell phone service for 2 hours out of the workday. Just not possible.
No doubt. But, I mean, at the same time, though, it's like you, as an employer, you look for people to hire that have that killer mentality, that put themselves out there to do hard shit.
Yeah.
They have goals. They want to stay fit. They want to be a good dad. Like, you don't want to hire a guy that just wants to, like, fucking mope around the office and act like he's working 12-hour days when he's really fucking maybe putting in 6. He's just sitting in the office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's you look for those people that are motivated and they put themselves out there to do hard shit and to have hard conversations and shit like that. So I mean, I think it's an honorable thing. I mean, you know, pushing yourself like you're like this race that you signed up for. I mean, not everybody does it to that extent, but you know, to have hobbies that are cool and that you're working towards or working on all the time, I think is an important part of what employers look for when hiring people for certain positions.
Yeah, I mean, I'd said on the last podcast that we haven't uploaded yet, but it's something that I think I'm going to hold a standard to when it comes to hiring more salesmen, hiring anybody, is like, I don't want a fucking slob who doesn't do anything. I don't want you, man. Like, I want somebody who's committed to bettering themselves every single day. I mean, I don't know, it's an admirable quality to have. Like, if you know somebody's putting in the work every single day to make themselves better, they're doing something that they don't want to do, they're getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, that they're probably going to be a better employee for you in the long run.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. Because it's just it just shows you a lot of their personality traits.
Yeah, and you got to have time management skills too if you're going to work out and have a full-time job.
Yeah. Whether it's working out or actually just having other hobbies like I don't know. I mean, if you're writing a book or fucking or doing something that's like hard to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to spend time doing that. I mean, that sets you apart from everybody else.
I agree. You could be a full-time bowler. Like, you bowl 5 nights a week and you're really good at bowling. Like, I respect that.
Yeah, I know. I got to tell people all the time, though, fucking drinking beer and hanging out at the bar ain't exactly a hobby. Like, that doesn't count.
No. No, it doesn't.
But, no, that's cool, man. So, you think this is it for you, though? 100-miler, and you're going to just give it a try and then call it quits?
We'll see, man. I just, again, it goes back to the time thing for me. For the time that I spend running, I just know if I did that CrossFit or lifting, my quality of life and my appearance and feeling and everything would just be better. Like, I've felt so good when I was doing what people would say is an abnormal or, you know, excessive amount of CrossFit every single day. It's the best I've ever felt mentally and physically. My body felt great. Just the running now. And you know, I'm doing somewhere between 250, I would say 200 to 250 miles a month. My body feels like shit. I feel like I look like shit. Like, everything's shit right now compared to like running my dick into the dirt, doing CrossFit workouts, burying myself. Like, I felt so much better, happier, et cetera. Like, running's just, I think some people are just built for it. I don't feel like I'm fucking built for it.
No. I know I'm not built for it. So, real top heavy.
Yeah.
You know, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm dying the entire time I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I do it because I know it's good for you, and I need to be better at it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it to that extent.
Well, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to try to do 5 miles every once in a while, just so I'm like, okay, I'm not a complete piece of shit. Well, I think it's good to do it the way that we do it. You know, when we work out in the barn, is added into workouts, like, you know, 400 and 800 added up into it. Cause like, for me, like, I'd just rather be stronger and be able to move fast than just be able to do one or the other.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I'll do, like, this week, you guys haven't been there in the morning, but like, I've been lifting for half an hour, running for half an hour.
It's good.
And I mean, that's, to me, I mean, get your heart rate up, get a little cardio in, do a little fucking lifting.
Mm-hmm.
That I actually enjoy just lifting weights.
Yeah.
Drinking coffee and hitting some bench.
See, I don't anymore, man. I don't enjoy it at all. And I think I got addicted to like the amount of volume that I can get in an hour if I'm doing all that shit combined fastly with CrossFit. Mm-hmm. It's like, if I was to get this, what I think in my head is the adaptation I'm getting from it, if I was just to bodybuild or just do this is what it would require. Also, like, dude, I don't go on diets. I don't do fucking diets. I don't watch what I eat. I don't count my macros or anything. Like, I like indulging in food. I love fucking food. So the bodybuilding life, Yeah, bodybuilding life ain't for me, dude. I'd rather go like grind myself into fucking dust in the garage for an hour and a half and know that I can eat an entire pizza after this.
Right.
The thing I'm looking forward to the most after this run is getting a pizza and eating it and sleeping. Like that, I like that kind of shit.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
During the race, you're going to be live streaming something on your Instagram page?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to
what's the deal there?
So I think I'm going to have Steph just take my phone and just kind of give updates on my story as we go. That'd probably be the best way to do it. Not like most people go into these races and they have a full crew with them, like, you know, and they have a pacer and all this shit. Like, I'm going with Steph, Cole, and Harper and my mom.
That's cool.
So we're just going to wing that shit. And they're going to do the best they can. Like, Steph's big thing is just kind of keep my hydration packs filled with my supplements and help me change socks and shit. Yeah. I'm just hoping that, like, because, like, hallucination's a pretty big thing that happens out there. I would say probably after mile 20, so somewhere in that hopefully 60 to 100 mile mark, like, you start to hallucinate pretty bad from running that long. Like, I'm really hoping at some point I don't wander off the fucking trail and do an extra 5 miles. Because at that point, like, that might be the difference in my race, like, that extra 5 miles.
Yeah, that's just a mental fucking issue. Like, God damn it.
Fucking terrible.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. So I think we talked about, whatever you put up, I'll handle the social media for the company page.
Cool.
I'll redo it, kind of keep everybody up to speed on how you're doing.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be cool, man. I mean, I think it's definitely a feat, dude. Hopefully you make it through it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have aspirations to finish the race, right? Or you don't have, like, in the back of your head, like, man, if I just get 70, I'll be good.
No, fuck no. No, it's 100 or bust for me. If it's not 100, I'm gonna feel like a failure.
Yeah.
As much as I can sit here and say, like, I'm fine with not finishing, and I am ultimately, like, I'm not gonna be disappointed. I don't know. I think maybe I'm full of shit because I think I am going to be disappointed if I don't finish the 100, but I think I can justify it to myself if I don't because of the training volume and stuff. But no, there's no, like, okay, if you make it 70, you're good. Like, it's 100 under the time limit or, you know, you don't finish kind of deal.
Right. No, that's cool, man. More power to you, buddy. I'm rooting for you. Hopefully it all works out. Get it done one time and then dip out. Start lifting some weights again.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited for that. I miss we did it for a while there where we were lifting for an hour in the morning and doing the cold plunge and shit. Like, I like working out with other people. I enjoy it, and I was never one of those people that thought I needed it. But I definitely do. And I was thinking about, when I was listening to the other podcast we did, you brought up, it's like, it's good to have people to work out with that you kind of vibe with or something. And I kind of, like, took a step further that thinking it's like, I do better internally struggling when I'm around people that I care about their opinion of me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to have a respect for that person that you're working out with,
right,
to give a shit about what they care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, if it's not like a stranger at a gym.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
No, for sure. And I mean, it's like a group effort. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you haven't been doing it. Me and Kyle still been doing it in the morning. Yeah. But like doing the CrossFit shit with you and Kyle, I got to push myself to just fucking try to fucking keep up.
Yeah.
Like, not to feel like such a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you guys definitely fucking have been doing it a lot fucking longer.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think, you know, working out with people that push you like that is definitely a good thing too.
You have to.
Because when you lift, like I lifted alone this morning, you don't get the fucking quality of work in by yourself as you do when somebody else is there.
No, absolutely not.
And it's not even somebody there yelling at you. It's just feeding off of their energy.
Yeah, it's
and
not
y'all
like
are keeping pace with each other.
Right. It's not like at any point I'm like doing some rah-rah bullshit with you or anything. Like, it's like I said, you're probably not even paying attention to what I'm doing when you're working out because you're internally suffering or doing your own thing. But in my head, I'm like, all right, like, you respect Gene and his opinion of you, so don't look like a bitch. So in my mind, that's what's like internally, or Kyle, you know what I mean? I'm like, I care about what these other dudes think of me, so I gotta fucking push through it, kind of deal. So I think it's important that you work out with people You know, it doesn't have to be every day. Obviously, no, it's not possible. But two, it's like you need to work out with people that you think you care about their opinion of you.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think lifting with people that you work with too is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. I know we had Shaver on it the one morning. I mean, he hung in there, dude.
Dude, I was
like, that was a fucking workout for somebody that doesn't really work out. Like,
that was a pretty hard workout, man.
And he was throwing up 15 minutes in, but then he came back and kept hitting it.
Which I told him, I said, dude, there's a lot to be said about pushing yourself to the point of throwing up in a workout, because I don't think that 99% of the people in the world understand. Like, there's points in time.
You're like, man, fuck this. I ain't doing this anymore.
Right, exactly. Right. There's a point in time where you know you're going to get sick, or you're kind of teetering with the line. And there's a point where your body's either going to say, nope, not worth it, or you push into it and you say, fuck it, let her eat. And I don't know. I think it's impressive to ever go to that point.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. The other discussion we've been having is about hitting the carnivore diet in January. It's like the fucking National Carnivore Month or something.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Opposite of vegan.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm definitely because like I said, the whole
or opposite of vegetarian.
I mean, it's opposite of both, probably.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, I could do without veggies, to be honest with you. I don't do shit for me. I think the carb thing is going to be tough, but I'm definitely interested to see what my body does, because I've been doing this running shit, and I feel like I'm getting skinny fat right now. Like, my arms are smaller. My fucking abs aren't well defined. I don't have big shoulders right now, and it's killing me internally, because I know that time's got to be spent running.
Right.
I'm just like, I don't fucking care to do this anymore. Yeah. I'd rather look good, feel good, look good naked. It's kind of what I want.
No, I mean, I'm down to try it. I don't know if I can make it a full month, but I mean, I'm picturing steak and eggs for breakfast, probably like a fucking rotisserie chicken for lunch, and then a steak or two for dinner.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, because there's no limitation on how much to eat in a day, right?
No,
it's just meat.
No, but the thing with meat is it's so much more satiating than any kind of grain or carb that you're going to fill up on it. Like, you're not going to. Yeah. That's the cool thing about meat, is like, you're full when you're full. Like, carbs have this trick that they play on you, like empty carbs especially, where they make you want to eat, and you still are hungry, and you're like, eat to the point where you're sick. Like, if you've ever sat down with 3 steaks in front of you, like, it's hard to eat past the point that you're full.
Right.
Like, your body usually knows when you're full. From what I've heard, it's a lot of you got to have the red meat for the fat, because it's kind of what your body switches over to running off of. So
yeah,
you need the fat. My plan is like steaks and cheeseburgers and eggs. That's really going to be the 3
just
that
ground beef patties.
Yeah. No, I got some deer in the freezer. I'll probably shoot another deer here soon and eat that.
We had venison spaghetti last night. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed 3 deer already this year. It's already been processed and in the fridge. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
I have not, because I've been hunting these little fuckers in the marsh.
Yeah.
I don't see as many of those. But
have you killed a whitetail yet?
No. And because part of me knows how easy it's going to be. Like, I'll just go sit in my stand one night and I can probably shoot 4 to 5. And then having tasted that sick of meat, it's just like, I'd rather spend my time. It's like back to like the CrossFit or running thing. Like, I'd rather spend my time getting the product that I want, rather than getting an enormous amount of whitetail meat. Because one year I went on a killing spree, dude. I think I shot like 9 deer that year and 2 sika deer and a plethora of ducks. So we didn't have to go to the grocery store for meat for like almost an entire year, and that's all we ate. And then when that came to an end, we had ground turkey for the first time in like 9 months. And going from venison to turkey, I was like, oh my God, turkey tastes so fucking delicious, because venison's very...
You know what I fucking hate? Turkey bacon. I'm fucking pissed anytime somebody puts that shit on my plate.
I like turkey bacon.
What the fuck is this?
I like turkey bacon, but it's not a substitute for bacon. Like, I don't treat it as that.
Don't call it bacon.
Right.
Call it what the fuck it is.
It's turkey strips.
Little tiny turkey strips. Yeah.
Crispy turkey strips.
Right.
Like, I like that, but I don't call it bacon. Like, it's not.
I probably wouldn't be so upset if they just called it what it was.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree.
Don't call it bacon.
Right. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Definitely agree with you on that, man.
Like I had some bullshit scrapple, man. And it was like made with like fucking chicken scrapple. It was like chicken scrapple or some shit. Look, call it something different. Don't call it scrapple.
Don't call it scrapple. You're going
to give people the wrong opinion of it.
Right. And that's an Eastern Shore delicacy, man. Scrapple. I eat scrapple. Dude, I eat scrapple every single Sunday morning. There's a place near my house called Charlie's Chicken. My kids fucking love it, man. We go and get breakfast sandwiches every Sunday morning. I get a double scrapple, egg, and cheese. God damn, it's delicious.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I did a little Q&A on my Instagram. I told them we were doing a podcast today.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, you guys want to ask some questions? I'll answer them.
Shit, you're asking me questions now?
No. They're saying they were asking questions. I'm not going to answer all of them, but I'll just go into a few of them here. But somebody said, how much nut butter are you bringing? So I'm bringing a tin of it. Nut butter is just like a lubricant that you rub on your nuts so you don't chafe up.
Chafing?
Yeah, you're doing your armpits and shit too.
Okay.
Going to use a whole tub of that. And then another person said, are you pooping on the trail, or are you going to pop a squat, mid-run, and dookie? Yes. I am good with shitting in the woods. Mm-hmm. I prefer to shit in the woods.
I feel like you got to wipe good though, man.
Well,
if you're running right afterwards.
Bro, usually.
Like when you're hunting and you shit in the woods, there ain't nothing worse than not getting a good wipe in, and then you're like sitting all fucking day.
Yeah,
you're going to be running all day.
I've never had that issue, dude. So like typically if I have to get to the point where I got to shit in the woods, it's a go shit. It's a clean blowout. There's nothing to wipe.
It's true.
So, like if I'm taking the time, if I'm at to that point, like it's usually a blowout. So I'm usually good. But yeah, no, I'm gonna bring shit tickets with me. I'll probably have like a little pack of them. And then I don't know, man. Some of these are not that great of questions. What are you gonna do after the 100-miler? I have no idea. I don't know. I'd like to enjoy working out again.
Push-ups again.
Yeah, I'd like to enjoy working out again. I played around with the idea of like how long it would take to do 500 Murphs. Like, obviously I did 365 and 365 days, but like there's probably a couple of days I could have done doubles or triples.
Weekends.
Like, yeah, like if I did what if I did 5 in one day, took a day off and did
How long was a Murph taking you on a Saturday? Like a Saturday morning Murph.
40 minutes.
It was a 40-minute workout?
Yeah.
Damn, that's still a long workout.
Yeah. I mean, my best time ever, I think, was 34 minutes. And that was like, there's a big difference between 34 minutes and 40 minutes on how you feel afterwards. I would say comfortably 40 to 45 minutes I could get it done. So double that, 80 minutes. I mean, that's not crazy to think that I could do that, a couple times in that 6 to 9 month period. I think if you could do 500 of them in 9 months, I think that'd be pretty fucking badass.
It might not ever been done before.
I don't think it has. I don't think anybody's ever tried to do. I know somebody's done 1,000 hero wads for time, but no 500 Murph.
Yeah.
Have you thought about just getting a mustache? I've been asked that a lot recently.
You'd have a killer stash.
Dude, I might, maybe.
Might do that for the run.
That'd be cool. Well, so I'm growing my beard out for the run. I'm gonna cut my beard after the run because Steph hates it. She hates the beard.
She'll really hate the fucking mustache.
Oh yeah, because
I had a stash for a minute. Carly hated it.
I had one too,
and that just made me want to keep it longer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And Steph hates the beard, and I'll agree. Like it looks like shit right now. Mine's not very trimmed up.
Dress it up.
Yeah, so I would do that, but I'm just like, I'm gonna grow it out for this run. But it ultimately doesn't matter because, like as we discussed, my son is going through a sleep regression, so he's sleeping in my bed. So your boy's getting no cheeks anyways. So what's the point? There's no point, bro.
Yep. No point looking good.
I can
save the cologne for a later date, man.
Dude, right. I'm like, I could sit here and follow you around like a puppy dog all day long, which is usually what has to happen for that to happen. I could do that all day long, and then Cole's just going to be sleeping in the bed cock blocking. So what's the point? I might as well do whatever the hell I want. Hey, shit, maybe he's giving me a gift. Maybe I should be hunting more.
So, so the whole sleeping in the bed thing, like my kids they still do sometimes. They get up, but it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they'll just jump in bed like until the alarm goes off.
Yeah.
But now we got the Elf on the Shelf thing working.
Yeah, we got ours too. I love that.
You know, the elf is watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the Elf on the Shelf. The kids love it. I mean, it's such like little effort on our part too. You just gotta move it.
Now, to be fair, we don't do a whole lot of like all the fancy shit, like
you don't either.
Putting them in like different scenarios and like, I just move it.
That's all we do.
Yeah. So
that's all we do, and our kids think it's magical.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
It's great.
They wake up looking for it, all excited. You talk about $1 million fucking idea, dude.
Dude. Yeah.
Whoever the fuck made that sold it to literally everybody probably on the planet.
Yeah, they're not working right now.
No. It's their best time of year, man.
Yeah, they're killing it. They're killing it. I think it's a cool thing. My kids like it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like when my kids come in my bed at like 3 or 4 in the morning, or just come in, early in the morning to hang out, snuggle. Like, that's cool with me. Yeah. But like Cole is like,
yeah, my alarm goes off at 4 though. So the problem is when they come in at 3, wake me up. Mm-hmm. Shit, like, you even try to go back to sleep? Like,
no.
What are you going to do?
Probably just get up and start drinking coffee at that point.
That's why you get emails and texts at fucking 4:05 in the morning.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, you
ain't got to respond, but I'm thinking about it, so I'm going to text you right now.
No, I think you start you're pretty consistent. You start your morning at 4 a.m. since I've been working for you. Like, I usually
every day, dude.
Yeah, I get a text. I get communication from you from 4 to 6. I know you're working out from 6 to 7, and then about 7:30, communication will start again. So, it's pretty expected that like I'll look at my phone at 4 a.m. and I'm like, he doesn't expect me to respond right away.
No, I don't need a text right back.
No,
but like I'm thinking about it, so I'm gonna throw it out there.
I think you said that's important for you, that you take that time every single day to start off with getting that, or so you don't feel overwhelmed at the end of the day. I think that's a good practice.
I do that shit on the weekends too. Like, unless I'm like was drinking the night before, I get up early before the kids do. I spend an hour to 2 hours in my home office just catching up on emails, going through the bank statements, looking at cash flow shit, overdue invoices.
You have a lot to do on your end.
And then it's like, okay, now I feel like I'm at least mentally caught up, so I don't have to like worry about not being caught up on something,
Yeah, dude. And I think that's kind of like working out too, because like right now, I don't. Sometimes I have time to do it in the morning, sometimes I don't. When I have,
it's the same deal, dude. You can't let yourself get behind because then you're worried about it.
Yeah, and then it makes things less enjoyable too. Right. Like if I got to think about working out all day like a chore. Because sometimes after 1 o'clock, man, like it feels like that. It's like, fuck, I've just had a whole day. Like, and the shit that me and you do throughout the day, I mean, it's pretty stressful. Like there's a lot going on. Like my mind is stimulated constantly throughout this day. So when I get home, sometimes I think about it'd be nice to just sit on the couch and be a lazy piece of shit. But I know that workout's got to get done.
Yeah, I'm a lazy piece of shit though in the evening, like after I feed the animals.
I don't think I've known you for probably 18 years. I don't think there's ever been a scenario when I could call you a lazy piece of shit, but that's humble of you.
I'm chilling though with the kids, not thinking about work.
Yeah.
Not, just we've been doing a fire every night in the house too, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Wood burning fireplace is badass.
Dude, that's, yes.
It doesn't heat my house. Like I'm not going to lie and say I fucking heat my whole house with fucking wood.
Yeah.
But just having a fire in the fireplace is fucking cool.
Oh, dude, it's a non-negotiable for me when we do this addition or we choose to move. I have a gas-burning fireplace. I didn't have a choice in it. Like, it came with it. It's a motherfucker to switch out a gas and a wood, but, like, that was a non-negotiable. I don't care how ridiculous it is cost-wise or impractical it may be to have it on this addition. I will have a wood-burning fireplace just because I enjoy the fireplace.
Yep. Sounds good. Looks good, smells good,
dude. It feels homey.
Plus, we're in the tree business.
Yeah.
So it's like there's tons of fucking wood.
Yeah, always.
And it's fun to have, man.
Yeah.
And people bitch about it being a lot of work. It ain't a lot of work, dude. It's not. Like it might be a lot of work if you don't do shit.
Right.
But like if you know what I'm saying.
No,
I mean, but yeah, every once in a while you got to clean the ashes out.
Yeah, it's not.
You got to bring firewood in.
It's not bad. When we had our our townhouse in Annapolis, like. I had a wood-burning fireplace, and I burned the shit out of wood all the time. When I lived in Laurel with a couple buddies from the police department, we heated our entire house from a wood-burning, like, we had an insert that had a blower on it.
Right.
Dude, we saved so much money. It was fucking awesome. And it took, like, once a month, 6 hours, 4 guys cumulatively splitting and stacking wood, and we'd get 4 to 5 cords done in a day with that many dudes. It was pretty awesome. One more question I want to answer because I think it's an interesting question is, do you ever deal with imposter syndrome or that you're not doing enough? So, yeah, dude, for sure. Like, during Murph.
I don't know what that is.
Imposter syndrome. Just meaning, like, you know, when you get 50,000 Instagram followers, it's like, you think about, like, all right, am I really this dude that people think I am? You know, or this thing that I'm portraying, am I living up to the standard? Like, am I good at this? Blah, blah, blah.
Got you. Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude.
Just because you got a lot of eyes on you.
Right, yeah,
like
yeah.
You got to feel like you're worth watching.
Yeah,
basically.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I definitely did. And that's been one of the coolest parts of staying off of social media recently. Like, I just haven't been posting on my regular page because, dude, it was internally, it's like, yeah, I knew I was like grinding myself into the ground, but I didn't want to give off the vibe to anybody that I was like special as an athlete. Like, I told people from the beginning, like, yeah, I'm like maybe top like 5 to 7% in the world in my age group, probably higher at CrossFit, but I am by no means a professional CrossFitter or really a professional anything. Like, I just try to be good at a lot of things, but yeah, that shit does weigh in the back of your mind. You're like, all right, am I doing enough? Am I really as good as these people think I am, et cetera? Which sounds so stupid, but it is one of those things that social media will fuck with your mind about. So I'm glad to not be posting right now. I don't know if I'm going to do any kind of like challenge or anything where it's like
do like a hype video for this race, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got to put the shit out there so that fucking whatever 50,000 followers you got are going to fucking be following along.
Yeah, that was one of the cool things with Murph is like, it was like, all right, man, you set this shit up. Like, you called your shot.
Right.
Like, let your nuts hang or go sit in the corner because, like, if you're going to piss like a puppy, stay on the porch and let the fucking big dogs eat. That's what I feel like for this race.
Yeah, dude. Throw it out there, man.
Yeah. And I have put it out there. I'm like, yo, I'm running this race. Like,
have you?
I'm not a runner. Like, somebody asked, what have you been doing, like, training-wise? Like, bro, for, like, 4 months, I ran maybe 150 miles a week, nothing crazy, and I did CrossFit every single fucking day. I did, Josh Burge's CrossFit program is fucking awesome for going into the military, going to the Navy. I feel like it was like kind of that kind of deal. Like, I don't know. I just want to be like super hard to fucking kill. Yeah. That was like my goal.
That's the whole thing too, man. Like my goals with the lifting thing is just to try to be healthier as you get older. Yeah. Not deal with all like the fucking overweight issues or the cardiovascular issues or, not have a fucking just major fucking problems way before you're supposed to in life,
Yeah, and I think it's important to feel confident as a man to be able to know that you're physically fit and hard to fucking kill.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I feel better about myself knowing I'm harder to kill than the fat guy running down or walking down the street. You know what I mean? Like, it does bleed into every other aspect of my life, I feel like, during that time. But yeah, dude, I'm ready for this race to be done. We'll do a post race interview. Yeah. I'm gonna either shit the bed or finish. I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm gonna feel on the ride, the 8-hour drive home afterwards. That's probably gonna suck.
Yeah.
Might have to bring some.
Steph probably make you drive.
No, dude. So she does. So when we go anywhere, bro, she drives.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't drive. So like, when I was a cop.
Fuck.
Dude, when I was a cop, bro, I drove.
makes me drive everywhere.
Yeah, bro, I'm not.
All of a sudden, Carly's like, "Oh yeah, I can't see at night, so I need you to drive me around." I'm like, "Oh, cool." While she's over there pounding margaritas, like very convenient.
Carly can put them down, dude. Carly can definitely put them down.
So why don't you drive? What's the deal?
So like when I was a cop, I drove all day long in a very congested area. If you think about being a cop, it's all about urgency. Like, you want to get somewhere fast. All these fucking people are in your way. You just it's road rage for 10 hours, right? It sucks. So by the time I got home, like, the last thing I want to do is fucking drive in the car for an hour. And then here, bro, I drive. I've put 10,000 miles almost on that fucking Tacoma already in 2 months. Like, I drive my ass off.
It's a lot.
When I get in the car with her and the kids, I do not want to fucking drive, man. The last thing I want to do is drive.
Yeah.
And then I also know, like, I get road rage, dude. So, like, it'll put me in a shit mood the rest of the day if I'm dealing with these dipshit drivers around here. So I'm like, do you know what? You just drive. I'll sit back and chill. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think maybe for this drive home to North Carolina, I'll probably indulge in some medicinal things.
That's cool, man.
Chill on the way home.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff, dude. So, anyway, we'll wrap it up, dude. Good luck on the race.
Thanks.
Like I said, whatever you post on your personal page, I'll redo it on the company page.
Yeah.
See if people can follow along.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when you're done.
I think that we need to make this a regular thing again, like we talked about. And I think I want to transition it to like, you know, not just being about us and contracting, because I don't think me and you like really talking about that shit. I think we like talking about other shit that's like hunting, being a dad, working out, like funny shit, cool shit. Like I feel like we need to come up with a name for this podcast that kind of represents what me and you want to bring to the table. And then we can kind of bring on whatever guests we want. We can dive into what we do on a daily basis. We cannot. We just have more leniency with that.
Yeah, I've got some ideas. I mean, so we're going into the winter season, right? So we're going to be slower at work. It's just a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
So that's when you have time to do shit like this and to focus on the branding and the social media presence and the website and all that shit.
Yeah.
More so than in any other time of year. So we'll figure it out. I mean, I got a couple ideas, like want to talk about like permitting forms and like forms that the state has and like MDE regulations, how the regulations have changed, which I don't really like talking about all the time, but that does kind of touch on the shit that we do.
Yeah, maybe
like a lot of the obstacles we got to
maybe we'll make it into like we have our standard podcast that we do every week, and then like Rogan kind of has the UFC things on the side. We'll make it like contracting series episode 1, contracting series episode 2, and then we'll just continue to do our regular podcast.
How about you just post the one from fucking 6 weeks
ago?
I
need to get on that shit, brother. I'm telling you, man. I know it.
Right. This one won't even go up until after the fucking race.
No, I'm going to get this one up beforehand because I got people bugging me on social media about what happened to the fucking podcast, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, I work my ass off. Like
right.
the last
thing
I think about at the end of the day, honestly. Yeah. But it's cool. I fucking enjoy it. So
yeah,
need to do it.
Cool, man. Well, good luck, bud. We'll touch base after the race.
Right. See you.